hope you're good and you are enjoying this. Well, it's not a very nice day here in Auckland, it's a bit rainy and wet, so I've come on to do a little live with you, and today I want to talk to you about something that I am really passionate about. And for those of you that know me know that I do have quite high energy, and I love to do things in my life that help me create that energy in my life, and I want to share some of my top tips with you this morning. So I've decided to do an 8 points of how to skyrocket your energy. So the things that I do in my daily life that really help me create more energy in my life basically, and feel the best that I can feel. So the first thing I want to do is in fact I'm going to do a little bit of hooping, because I've committed to doing 365 days of hooping, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that. So maybe you want to get your hoop on too, and you can join me and do some hooping with me as well. I see you're on there, Sue. Hi Sue. And you know, if you've got any comments or if you want to share anything in my little talk this morning, please feel free, make this interactive. If you've got anything, any questions, or if you've got anything that you do that you'd love to share with our viewers as well. So I'm going to get my hoop on and share my top tip, my number one top tip, well my first top tip in skyrocketing your energy. The first thing I need to talk to you about is, what do you drink? Okay, funny question, but what do you drink on a daily basis? Because that's going to have a direct impact on how you're feeling and your energy levels. So have a look. Is it the first thing you wake up in the morning and have a coffee, and then an hour later you have another coffee, and then before you know it you've had 3 or 4 coffees, and you wonder why in the afternoon maybe you're getting a little afternoon slump? Well, that could be well to do with having too much caffeine. Now, I'm not saying give up coffee or anything like that, I'm just saying watch how much caffeine you're having, because that will have a direct impact on your energy levels. I love coffee, so I will have a coffee, I love it, but I don't rely on coffee to keep me, because I think there's a big myth about, you know, coffee gives me energy and it makes me feel awake, and it can do, but it'll also give you a bit of a dip as well. So what else are you drinking? Are you drinking lots of sugary drinks? You know, even things like fruit juice that you think is going to be really, really good for you, but actually it's full of sugar. Well, some of them are really full of sugar. And of course, if we have too much sugar, we'll end up having a real slump afterwards. So just be really mindful of the types of drinks that you're drinking. All these energy drinks and stuff, it makes you believe, the marketing will make you believe that having these energy drinks will be great, but actually it's just full of sugar, and your energy will go up and then it will crash. So, so have a look at that, what you're drinking. The other thing is alcohol. Are you drinking too much alcohol? Because back in the day when I did drink way too much alcohol, I remember constantly feeling tired, and it would be tired the following day, because the reason that I was tired, I think, was because I wasn't getting great sleeps, and that was due to drinking alcohol too much. And so the next day I'd be really sluggish, tired, and yeah, so just watching how much alcohol you're having and how much you're drinking will have a direct impact on your energy levels. When I gave up alcohol all those years ago, my energy levels just skyrocketed, and I never woke up with a hangover. I always felt, you know, much stronger, more full of life, and so it had a direct impact from day one. When I stopped drinking alcohol, had a direct impact. Now, we know this, you will know this, because we're told this all the time, but it is so true. Water is the key for increasing your energy levels. Now, it doesn't have to be boring water, it can be, you can fizzy it up, or you can add in a little bit of flavour, but water is, if you want to feel more energy, drink more water. It's absolutely incredible the effect that water will have. Even warm water with a bit of lemon, or you know, just drinking as much water as you can throughout the day. It's one of the first things I will tell my clients when I start working with them, is I'll ask them is how much water are you drinking, because it's so imperative that we have, like, we're made up of about 80% water. We need it, and if we don't have enough, you're going to be knackered, you're going to feel really tired. So, you know, make sure that that's, if there's one thing you change, make sure that you do that, and you have lots of water. Now, how much sugar are you having in your diet? Because again, that's going to have a huge impact on your energy levels. It might feel amazing for a few minutes, you might feel in a bit of a sugar high, but then you're going to slump and you're going to notice yourself getting really tired. So sugary treats, and sugar's in everything. So you do, I mean, even if you think you're being healthy, some things are just packed with sugar. That most packaged things will have sugar in them, so just be really mindful. I gave up refined sugar at the beginning of January, and I have really noticed a direct impact on my energy levels throughout the day. I did used to have a nana nap every single day, and I still love having a wee nana nap now and again, but I have noticed that I haven't had as many, and I certainly don't do it every day anymore. And I'm sure that's to do with the amount of sugar that I was eating and the slumps that I would get in the afternoon from eating too much sugar. Now, I can't go through my 8 top tips on how to skyrocket your energy without talking about my trusty power hoop, because that is incredible. Honestly, like, if you do 10 or 15 minutes of power hooping, straight away you just feel energized. It's crazy, I can't explain it, but it just makes you feel amazing. And I've got plenty of evidence, plenty of people in my life who do this and know that this just delivers incredible results. Even within 10 minutes of running my class, I can feel the energy in my class already. Whew. So it just is amazing. So if you're feeling like you want to add more energy to your life, 10 minutes of hooping will do that. Trust me. Exercise in general, absolutely. So I make sure that I move my body every day in some way, shape or form, and it is hooping every day. But I will also go for a little walk, or I'll go for a run, or I'll go for a swim. Anything that gets my body moving. I used to think that exercise is going to make you tired, and yes, it can do. But actually what it does is it actually gives you energy, which I thought was the opposite. I thought that if you exercise it would drain you and take all your energy away. But if you're doing an exercise, that you love, then you're just going to be energized by it. So there's no question that this is a miracle for making you feel amazing, and any exercise. A little squeezing bonus top tip is get into nature. Now, some of us are really drawn to the forest. Some of us actually get our energy from the greenery and the forest, and some of us are really drawn to the sea. I'm a sea person, and I get so much energy just from being near the sea. So I love, I make sure that I'm down there. I'm very lucky because I live very close to the sea, so I can get there on a daily basis. But I just feel immediately energized being around the sea, and I know that some people talk about going to the forest and they just get the same feeling there. So just know what you get from what source, and try and get yourself there as much as you can. Even just getting yourself outdoors can be enough to really raise your energy levels as well. So that's a wee extra one. Get good sleep. Of course, we all know this, and so sleeping is one of the vital things for us to create more energy in our lives, and some of us really struggle with that. I understand that. Some of us really can't sleep, don't sleep very well, or up a few times during the night. And you can work around that. I mean, if you can get a really good night's sleep, that will just make you wake up in the morning, you will feel refreshed, you'll have that energy, and you'll be ready for the day ahead. But if you don't, you'll be in the opposite scale. So it's really important to get yourself into a good bedtime routine. Leave your device in the living room. Don't take your devices to bed. Have a good book, have a nice partner, or whatever it is you do. But get yourself to bed at a reasonable time and have a really good sleep. I love sleep. It's like, I love going to my bed. It's just the best time of the day sometimes. And I love, how I feel in the morning when I've had a really good sleep. So make sure you get good sleep. And if you need a little sleep during the day, have a little nana nap, 10 minutes, and just that will really revitalise you as well. Make sure that you have a little bit of time for yourself throughout the day. Sometimes we don't allow very much time. We're busy stressing around everything. We're doing our work, we're looking after our family, we're rushing around looking after everyone in our lives, and we often forget about ourselves, and that can really deplete our energy. That can really stress us out and make us feel like we're being pulled in all directions, and we just feel zapped. So if you can incorporate a wee bit of me time every day into your life, then it's going to be, it will energise you, it will raise your energy, you'll feel better, you'll feel like you're doing something nice for yourself, you'll feel just in a better space. So make sure that every day you do, even if it's like sitting down reading a book for half an hour, or if you're whatever, just something. It doesn't need to be really extravagant, but it can be, but it doesn't have to be. But just make sure you allow that time for yourself, because remember, the more we look after ourselves, the better equipped we are to look after every single person in our lives. A lot of people feel real guilt around this whole me time thing, but I really got it now. I really understand the benefits of it, and if I'm in a stronger place, I can look after those I love in a much better way. So I make sure every day that I do take out some time for myself so that I can really be the best person for everyone else. That's how it works. All of this stuff that I'm talking to you about today is not selfish. Well, it is selfish, but it's selfish in a really good way, because if we do all these good things to ourselves and we show up to the world in the highest possible energy, we feel the best we can, we're going to give, we're going to serve to the universe the best we can, we're going to fulfill our purpose, we're going to do what we're meant to be doing here on this planet, showing up the best that we can. If we don't do all of these things, we're going to end up like frazzled martyrs, and what use are we to anybody in our lives, our children, our parents, our families? We've got to look after ourselves so that we're best equipped to look after everyone else. So all these things, yes, they're slightly selfish, but they're selfish because it's going to benefit everyone else as well. So make sure that you do take some of these things on board. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is act of kindness. Now, act of kindness, there's something about just giving to someone else or doing something really lovely for someone else, and it just lifts you. You just feel, I go and look after this wee old lady, go and visit her once a week in the community. She's in her 90s and she's gorgeous, but every time I walk away from there, I literally could fly out of that door. I just feel like, you know, it's such a lovely thing to be able to do for someone, just to go and befriend someone, or any kind of random act of kindness, but it just gives you that incredible energy. So it might sound a bit weird, giving kind, how does that work? But just try it. Go and do something really nice for someone and just notice how it increases your energy levels. Just going to change direction, because we've got to get that balance training when you're hooping, because you don't want to end up with a banana shape. So yeah, so there's lots of little things that we can do. The last thing I want to talk to you about is meditation. And meditation is just sitting quietly for 10-15 minutes, and I do it every single morning now. Ever since I went on my silent retreat in October, I've been basically meditating every morning. And what I've really noticed with that is how I show up to life in a very different way. Stressful situations come into life all the time, and we can't change what's going on around us. That's absolutely can't be done. Like, you know, life is going to happen. It's going to be crap. It's going to be amazing. We're going to deal with all sorts of stuff. But how we respond to it is up to us. And when I've started meditating a few months ago, I really noticed that I've shown up to situations in my life that have happened or recent, that I've really reacted very differently and in a much calmer way. And so I've really, really recognised the benefits of meditating every day. Just 10-15 minutes makes a huge difference. So even if you're just sitting, you don't need to be amazing, you just sit down and just, you don't need to quiet, your mind will chatter, and that's okay. But there's loads of YouTube stuff for meditation, you can look it up, but that's been really, really another tool in my kit that's helped me skyrocket my energy levels. So that's my top 8 tips, guys. There's obviously so much more that we can do. I've sort of thought these ones are the ones, some of the main ones, in terms of really you can make a difference to your energy levels today if you want to. You know, we don't have to feel constantly exhausted. In fact, we shouldn't be feeling constantly exhausted. We should be feeling constantly energized. We're meant to feel amazing. We're meant to feel joyful. We're meant to feel energized. It's life. But too often that we end up feeling exhausted all the time, and we're not. It's because of the habits in our lives. It's because of what we're doing with ourselves. It's nothing to do with anything else. It's what you're choosing to do on a daily basis. So it's how you show up, and it's what you do to make yourself feel the best you can feel. And it's a choice, because you could choose to do some of these things or you could choose not to. It's obviously always a choice, but I've noticed in my life when I changed all the things I did, how much better I feel consistently. And I very rarely get days where I feel depressed and feel, you know, there are days like that, of course there are. There's days where I feel like I just don't want to get out of bed, and you know, but there's not many of them, and there used to be heaps of them. But because I changed my habits, because I changed what I do in my life, I now don't get those days very often at all. In fact, more days, way more days are full of joy and energy. So, you know, it's what I do now. So I hope that's helped you. And that's me done my 10 minutes hooping as well, so I feel good. Hopefully you've done yours as well. And so thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Okay, take care. Bye.